Welcome to Math 3 with Miss Fraser. I apologize for not being able to make it to back to school night, but I do want to make sure that you have some more information. My contact information is here. My phone and email are the best way to get in touch with me, but I also have a class website for students to be able to review information. I'm only on campus part-time during the day, so my hours go from 8:45 to 1:15, so I'm here for lunch tutoring for students, but it may take me 24 to 48 hours to return your email or phone call. I do want to let you know a little bit about where your child is in this sequence. So Math 3 is the first course that's not required for graduation. Students do need 3 years of math, but Math 3 is the first in a sequence toward college preparatory higher level mathematics. It is recommended that students have received a C or better in prior courses to be successful in Math 3, because most of the information that we learn in Math 3 is heavily dependent on material that they should have mastered in Math 1 and Math 2. After Math 3, the course students would take Math Analysis, which is pre-calculus, and then they can move into AP Calculus A, B, or BC. But there are other avenues to do that. So for example, if after Math 3 this summer they could sign up and after successfully passing Math 3, take pre-calculus at Miracosta in a 6-week summer course and then be prepared for AP Calculus next year. Other options that they can do are business math, which is seniors only, but also counts for a year of math, financial algebra, which counts as college preparatory toward college admissions, and AP statistics. So a little bit of background on the tasks that we use. We use the Mathematics Vision Project, which is an online curriculum. So students get a printed packet of each unit or module as we start it. So they have the entire module at the beginning when we start it. But there's 3 different types of tasks. What I expect from students during these types of tasks is different, dependent on the type of task. So at the top of the page in their tasks, you can see right under the title what type of task it is. If it's a develop understanding task, a develop understanding task is kind of to surface ideas and to bring in what do students already know and understand, and what are we trying to do. So there's a lot of ideas surface. So if students go home after a developed task and are not really sure what they're supposed to be able to do yet, that's fine. It's not something to worry about. There are also solidified tasks. Solidified tasks take the ideas that have come out during a developed task, and we start to refine particular content ideas and formalize them and make them more mathematically efficient and correct. After a solidified task, students should be able to have kind of an idea, okay, this is something that I need to be able to do. I don't expect them to master it at that point, so they may still have questions, but as long as they have an idea about what they're doing, they're in a good place. After a practice task, students should feel pretty comfortable with the information and be able to really determine this is what they need to be able to do to be successful. If any time after a solidify or practice task, they're not sure what's going on, they really need to get in for help. The homework in the MVP curriculum is separated by types. So there's ready and there's set and there's go. The ready problems are familiar problems that they already should know how to do, but it's things that we're dusting off to prepare them for future classwork. The set problems are problems that reinforce the work done on the current task. So basically, I won't assign these problems till after we have a full discussion on the task so that students have an idea of what they're supposed to be doing. The go problems should be problems that they already understand how to do, but it's to build fluency. And so these kind of come in to remind them, hey, this is something you know, make sure that we understand how to do these and are getting fluent at them. Now, there's ways that you can make sure that your son or daughter is doing what they need to do. First thing is look at their BOWorks. Their BOWorks are on yellow paper. We do these at the beginning of class each day. and they grade them themselves so that they have an idea of what I'm expecting of them when it comes time for an assessment, but it also gives them an opportunity to show that they really understand what they're doing. So look at their BOWorks, their module packets and worksheets. Look for those red corrections. With those red corrections, they should be checking and correcting their work. And I'll show you an example of what to look for in a minute. If they don't have red corrections, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing in class, and they're missing out on some important opportunities to learn and fix misunderstandings or mistakes. Check their stamp sheet to see how they're doing. So that's weekly. You can see where they're getting points and what points they have. So what are they completing and showing me? And stay informed. Also check their reference book. This should be in a composition book, which is one of the materials that they should have. The reference book is something that we will complete together in class, but then they can put in their own examples and sample problems so that they have it for reference. So they have one place where they can look quickly for refreshers or for help when they need it. And as a bonus for them setting up and doing this correctly, they can use it for limited time on almost every test. Check Aries. I update grades as often as I can. Generally, they are updated throughout the week, but definitely by the end of the week, they will be updated. And call or email me if you have questions. So this is an example of what homework corrections should look like. Students should have red. And again, I ask them to correct in red so that there's the universal sign for stop. So when they are reviewing their work, they know, hey, this is something I missed and this is something I need to review. When they are showing corrections, it should be more than just right or wrong correct answers. There should be worked out for them, because the keys I give them shows models exactly what I would expect to see on a test. So this is what a stamp sheet looks like. They're blue. The color in the picture is not so good, but you can see that there are classwork stamps and credit stamps. So you can basically see if students are showing me their assignments and completing their assignments. Basically, I'm giving credit for did they do it or not. It's not correctness. However, as we get into things like on homework assignments, where it's something that we've been doing for a while, then I'm going to expect to see certain communication, justification work to get full credit. But basically, they get a 5 if they've attempted everything and followed all the directions. So pay attention to that, and if they're missing points, check and see what they're doing. Don't let them tell you that they don't get homework. They have homework Monday through Friday. On average, it should be about 30 minutes to complete. Now, obviously, sometimes it'll be a little bit less, but rarely more. If it's taking them more than 30 minutes to complete their homework, then that's something that we need to have a chat about, because there's something going on that we need to figure out. In Google Classroom, I post the stamp sheet every week. There's digital links to all handouts and resources on that assignment sheet. So if they are absent in class, they can keep up on the work. They can download any worksheets or resource pages that they might have missed. But if they're confused about what they need to do for homework, they can also click on this and see exactly what the assignment is. I also post our class discussion notes after we finish a task. So generally that'll be after the second day of the task, so that students, if they didn't get everything down from the discussion, they have the ability to go back and review those at their leisure. When they're looking in Classroom, they do need to click on the Classwork tab. That's where I post everything. The only thing I'll post in Stream is announcements. Everything else is posted in Classwork, and it's organized by week. So I do want to point out that I don't give extra credit or test retakes to improve grades. This is something that students always ask for. However, this is the first math course that's not required to graduate, and it's an upper division college preparatory course. So I run the course to help students prepare for what they can expect in a college course. So one of the things, though, that I do allow so that students can improve their test scores is test replacements. So I design tests with new and review material so that I can justify replacing test scores. So students just need to show me that they are proficient at the material or at the standard at some point in the course, and it may not be the first time we take a test. So for example, let's say a student scored a 55 on the Module 1 test, and then that student continues to work on the material, and on the Module 2 test, the student scores a 75. In my grade book, instead of having a 55 and a 75, both the Module 1 and Module 2 test scores are 75%. And then the student continues to work hard, and on the Module 3 test, they score an 85. So now the 3 test scores I show in the grade book would be a 75, an 85, and an 85, because the Module 1 test was replaced with the original Module 2 test score of 75. The Module 2 test score is replaced with that Module 3 test score of 85. So my hope for this is that it encourages students to continue to work hard and see that they can always learn more and their scores can always improve. There are tutoring and resources available, but don't let your student wait until it's too late. So the website, ecwildcatmath.weebly.com, this is posted in Classroom, has big idea videos for Math 3, but it also has big idea videos from Math 1 and 2. So if students are forgetting some of the prerequisite material, they can go back and review that on their own time. There's also links to additional problems. Which some of those problem sets have answers so that students can get extra practice. For tutoring this year, they can come in and see me at lunch Monday through Friday in B102, or Mr. Wynn if they want to hear it from somebody else in B209. If they try and come in for lunch tutoring, though, they need to get a tutoring pass prior to lunch to be able to enter the building that we're in. So they need to make sure to get that before lunchtime. If they didn't get a pass and they need lunchtime tutoring, they can go into the Gear Up room in D205 and get help there. After school, Monday through Friday, Gear Up has tutoring in D205. And then on Mondays and Thursdays after school, Mr. Wasano will have tutoring in B210. And he's also teaching Math 3. So again, they can hear it from somebody else. In the next few weeks, there will be peer tutoring that will be starting in the library after school that students can sign up for. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I look forward to working with you this year. Thank you.